Hello fellow gardeners, welcome to Smart Garden where we grow extraordinary gardens sustainably. Today I'm thrilled to share a discovery that has completely transformed my approach to soil health. Tired of weak plants and nutrient-depleted soil? What if I told you there's a simple homemade solution that outperforms traditional manure? Forget store-bought fertilizers and prepare to transform your backyard with this powerful sustainable soil elixir. The manure problem. Why we need an alternative. For generations, gardeners have relied on animal manure as the foundation of soil enrichment. However, the reality often falls short. Fresh manure carries viable weed seeds and pathogens that introduce diseases into garden beds. Many gardeners apply improperly aged manure, causing nutrient burn and unwanted vegetation. Even well-aged manure requires substantial time to integrate into soil, and its benefits are slow release, meaning if your plants need nutrients now, manure won't provide immediate help. Beyond personal inconveniences, large-scale manure production carries environmental costs. The logistics of sourcing, transporting, and handling manure create an unnecessary carbon footprint. Commercially sourced manure may contain antibiotics and synthetic growth promoters that accumulate in soil. There's a better way, one that transforms waste products readily available locally into something far superior for both your plants and the planet. Unveiling the soil elixir, ingredients and philosophy. The soil elixir is a homemade nutrient-dense concentrate created through controlled fermentation. Unlike bulky manure, this liquid works quickly while promoting long-term soil health through biological activity. The beauty lies in its simplicity. You can find everything needed right in your community. Fish scraps form the foundation. Fish heads, guts, bones, and fins are incredibly rich in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These materials, often discarded as waste at fish markets, represent a treasure trove of plant nutrition. Unlike manure, fish scraps come relatively pathogen-free and weed seed-free. The protein content breaks down during fermentation into amino acids that plants utilize directly for growth. Brown sugar or molasses fuels the beneficial bacteria driving fermentation. These microorganisms consume the sugar, breaking down complex fish proteins into bioavailable forms while producing organic acids that suppress pathogens. This is where the magic happens. We're not just creating a nutrient solution, we're cultivating a living ecosystem. Non-chlorinated water completes the mixture at a ratio of approximately 3 parts water to 1 part fish-sugar combination. A handful of leaf mold or finished compost seeds the brew with diverse microbial populations, jump-starting fermentation. The philosophy underlying this process is that plants need a living, thriving soil ecosystem where beneficial microorganisms facilitate nutrient uptake and suppress disease. Brewing your own elixir is, honestly, pretty straightforward. First, gather fish scraps from your kitchen or local fish market. About 5 to 10 pounds should do it. Chop or blend these scraps into smaller pieces. Finer material ferments more efficiently. Then, weigh your fish mixture and prepare an equal weight of brown sugar or molasses. Place both into a large, non-metallic container and add a handful of leaf mold or compost. Add non-chlorinated water at approximately 3 parts water to 1 part fish sugar mixture. Stir thoroughly and cover loosely with breathable cloth to allow gas escape while keeping out insects. Place in a cool, shaded area between 60 and 75 degrees Fahrenheit. The fermentation process typically takes 2 to 4 weeks. Stir every few days or, use a fish tank bubbler for optimal aeration. You'll notice the mixture darkening, developing a fermented aroma and solid material breaking down. Your elixir is ready when the smell shifts from fresh fish to earthy fermented tones. Solid material is substantially dissolved and color is deep brown or nearly black. Watch for common pitfalls. Excessive odor indicates anaerobic conditions, so improve aeration and add compost. Surface mold occasionally appears if air circulation is poor. Simply remove it. Neither problem ruins your batch. The liquid below will still be valuable. Once fermentation completes, strain the mixture through fine mesh or cheesecloth into a clean bucket. Save those solids for your compost pile. They're still nutrient-rich. Your resulting liquid is concentrated fish emulsion packed with macronutrients and trace minerals. Dilute before application using 1 part emulsion to 10 parts non-chlorinated water. approximately 2 tablespoons per gallon. For seedlings, dilute further to 1 part emulsion to 15 or 20 parts water. Apply via soil drenching around plant bases or foliar spraying directly onto leaves. Soil application works well for established vegetables, fruits and ornamentals, allowing nutrients to reach roots while beneficial microorganisms colonize the rhizosphere. Foliar application provides rapid nutrient boost and works best in early morning or late evening when stomata are open. Fish emulsion is particularly effective for leafy greens like lettuce, spinach and kale, which respond remarkably to its high nitrogen content. You can apply it every 1 to 2 weeks throughout the growing season with impressive results. You'll notice deeper green coloration, vigorous growth, improved disease resistance, and, enhanced flavor in edible crops. Real transformations, before and after. When you apply this elixir consistently, transformations manifest visibly and measurably. Tomato plants treated throughout the season develop thicker stems, more abundant foliage, and substantially increased fruit production. The fruits display richer color, improved flavor, and better keeping qualities. Leafy greens develop vibrant color, denser tissue, and slower bolting rates, extending harvest windows by weeks. The soil itself undergoes impressive changes. Where fish emulsion has been applied regularly, the soil becomes darker, indicating increased organic matter and microbial activity. Soil structure improves noticeably, becoming more crumbly, more water-retentive, and easier to work. Earthworms become increasingly abundant, signaling a desirable environment. Pest and disease pressure often decreases substantially because, healthier plants with robust immune systems resist infestation far more effectively. These aren't theoretical benefits, they're the lived experience of countless gardeners. Tomato plants showing nitrogen deficiency respond with visible green-up within days. Lettuce develops almost unrecognizable vigor compared to untreated plants. Flowering plants produce more abundant, longer-lasting blooms when provided with micronutrients from fish emulsion. Fish emulsion versus manure. Strategic understanding. Fish emulsion and manure serve different purposes. An ideal garden system incorporates both strategically. Fish emulsion is a fast-acting liquid fertilizer delivering nutrients quickly in bioavailable forms. Within days, plants access nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium they can utilize immediately. This makes it ideal for addressing deficiencies mid-season, boosting growth during critical periods, or providing immediate nutrition to newly planted seedlings. Manure, on the other hand, is primarily a soil conditioner working slowly and persistently. Its value lies in adding substantial organic matter that improves soil structure, drainage, and aeration over months and years. For long-term soil improvement and creating ideal growing conditions year after year, manure excels. For rapid nutrient delivery and addressing immediate plant needs, fish emulsion performs better. An integrated approach leverages both. Use fish emulsion for quick nutrient boosts and vigorous growth throughout the season while building long-term soil health through manure incorporation. Integrating homemade fish emulsion into your regular routine represents a fundamental shift toward sustainable, self-sufficient gardening that reduces external input dependency. Once you understand fermenting nutrients from waste products, you view your garden as a closed-loop system rather than a resource extraction operation. The cost-effectiveness is remarkable. A batch costing virtually nothing, beyond perhaps a few dollars for molasses, provides nutrient supplementation equivalent to hundreds of dollars of commercial fertilizer. Over a single season, even 2 or 3 batches create substantial savings. The time investment is minimal, perhaps 30 minutes of active work spread across 4 weeks, making this one of gardening's highest return on investment practices. Beyond economics, this approach embodies environmental stewardship. By utilizing waste products destined for landfills, you've transformed a disposal problem into a resource. No synthetic chemicals, no complicated supply chains, no fossil fuels burning for transportation. You're working with biological realities of your local environment, creating nutrient solutions adapted to your specific conditions. This localization represents genuine sustainability in gardening. As you continue applying fish emulsion year after year, your soil's microbial community becomes increasingly robust and diverse. this living soil becomes more resilient to environmental stress, more efficient at cycling nutrients, and more hostile to pathogens. You've created a self-sustaining fertility engine requiring minimal external inputs while continuously improving, true regenerative gardening. Your garden transformation starts now. Brew your first batch of fish emulsion this week. Visit your local fish market, acquire scraps, gather ingredients, and begin fermentation. Document your garden before application with photos, then apply your elixir throughout the season and compare results. You'll be amazed. Share your before and after photos with the smart garden community. Every person brewing their own soil elixir reduces commercial fertilizer reliance and builds truly sustainable gardens. Together, we're creating a movement of conscious cultivators. If you found this valuable, please subscribe to Smart Garden for more deep dives into sustainable gardening.